Okay, I'm back. I changed it to why you should never stop chasing the bag. I want to break down the reasons, man. A lot of guys, they're not seeing this shit clearly enough, man. It's all fuzzy to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it clearly enough. Let me break down the reasons why you shouldn't stop chasing the bag. What's up with it, Jamie? Yeah, we back. You know what I'm saying? I can break down the reasons why you shouldn't stop chasing it, man. One of the reasons, man, is you'll never get there ever in life if you stop chasing. If I stop chasing the bag now, I would never get there. I'll always be stuck in the same situation. You feel what I'm saying? Number two, you'll never know what it's like to be rich. Sometimes it takes years to get to a bag, and sometimes it takes only a few years to get to a bag. You know? But you'll never ever get there, you know, if you stop chasing it, man. See, if you keep chasing it, at least in the future, you'll eventually get there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if you stop chasing it, you'll never get there. You'll never get out of your situation. So I'd rather say, hey, I'd rather be chasing it right now and get out in the future than never get out at all in life. So, you know, you can't be instantly rich. You know, I wish they had a way to get the bag instantly. You know what I'm saying? Where I could just get it. I don't have to wait 2 or 3 years to get it, or even 4 or 5 years. You know, ain't no such thing. You got to know all good things come with time. You know, time, energy, a little bit of money you got to spend to get there. You know what I'm saying? And patience is a virtue. Because without patience, you won't get shit in life, bro. You gotta be patient. You feel me? Or it will never come. It's like me when I was doing capoeira, bro. The years were going by and I kept on getting them belts. You know, that taught me something. It taught me patience. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to learn patience throughout this journey, knowing that after you know, 10,000 tries, I'm gonna get it right eventually, you know. Fuck this goddamn shirt. I gotta straighten this shirt out. You know? So you gotta understand that with anything that's worth having in life, you know, it comes with time and discipline, and know that it's not gonna be overnight. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta know that. The fuck, bro? This goddamn. Hold on 1 second, man. Get off me. bugs in the morning, whatever that was. You know what I'm saying? God damn, so much traffic in the morning. Wait. So I'm all about that future, brother. You feel what I'm saying? I'm planting seeds for the future, you feel me? He said, eat it from the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Boob, she's gonna be working today, man. And hopefully she's working today. You know, I like looking at her. I like looking at boobs, you know. She got some nice big old watermelon titties. Now her booty is not flat, but you know, you feel me? Like now, but it can use some work, you know. But I can see me getting that bag, taking her to Vegas, and she mount on top of me with them big old nice 22-year-old titties. And I'm putting them motherfuckers in my mouth and shit. For real. I can't believe I still got young females, you know, checking for me and shit. You know, Kelcat's still a good looking dude, you feel me? You know? Is she there? Nah, she ain't there this morning. So check for her. I tell you, man, she would put a fucking some sunshine in my life, man. You feel me? The boobs, she would put sunshine in my life. She ain't working this morning either. She hasn't worked all week. I'm checking for her right now. Yeah, I don't see it. That's good. You know, yeah, she probably works later. She probably comes in later. It's all good, baby. You feel me? It's all good. It's all good, baby. Yeah, stop chasing that bag. Never stop, man. Some guys, they got it twisted. Like, they let years go by and they wonder why they still in the same spot. I'm like, yeah, because you gave up chasing money. You gave up on doing something with your life, man. And then you make things worse when you give up too. What's worse than chasing the bag? What's worse than the road is giving up. That's worse than the road on the road to the bag. You know what I'm saying? You know, feed the seagulls. Feed the seagulls. You know, the road is already hard, man. It's full of disappointment, setbacks, letdowns. It's already hard, you know. But what's hard, man, what's really hard is giving up, chasing it, and then you know you'll never get it then. You'll never get the money then. You just give up. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, they tore that up real quick. You know what I'm saying? So you don't ever give up chasing that shit, bro. It's like school too, man. School's the same shit, bro. You go to school for about, 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? You get a degree, or if you're trying to become a doctor, you go to school for like 8 years, something like that, 7 or 8 years. You know what I'm saying? And you study, you put the time in, and you get that school bag in the end. You feel me? It's the same thing with school. School's the same shit, bro. Going after a comedy gig, becoming a comedian, a famous comedian, at that. It takes time. Going after acting roles, becoming an actor. That shit takes time to get, yo. And you gotta understand that, yeah, it's gonna take time, but at least you know you ain't gonna be in your situation forever. Eventually, if you keep pushing, you'll get your break. You just gotta be really patient. So some cats, they're not patient, man. They lose patience really easily. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have patience, man, when you're chasing this bag, because you'll never get it. Why you think I've been on the grind for the last like 5 years, bro? And I'm still going. Because I know that there's some hope. You feel me? And you can't give up. No matter what you do, don't give up. They'll never stop chasing, because then in the future, you'll never get it. You see, the future will come, bro. And time is going by quicker than you think, too. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, you'll have that bag in your hand, sipping on a beverage on a beach somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? You'll be on the fucking, be on the beach, sipping on something, whatever your favorite alcohol drink is, or if you don't drink alcohol, you'll be sipping on a pina colada or something, you know what I'm saying, with a nice big booty woman right next to you, or a female named Boobs right next to you. You feel what I'm saying? That's the reward for all your hard work and dedication, man. You get rewarded for like staying disciplined and going after them fucking bags, bro. It's the reward. The reward. You get to sleep with beautiful women that's out of your league, bro. That's the reward. Look at Mike Tyson, bro. Like, the moment he got that fucking goddamn heavyweight champion of the world belt around his waist, he all of a sudden had access to beautiful women, bro. Before then, he didn't have no access to no beautiful women. And it doesn't work that way. You don't get beautiful women before you get the championship belt around your waist. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, you get it afterwards. After you put in the work. After you done ran 6 or 7 miles a day. After you done hit the heavy bag a million times. You know what I'm saying? After you done sparred, after you done hit the mitts, You know what I'm saying? You know, after you done jump rope, after you put in the work, after you did, then you go inside the ring and then you beat the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? And then you get the women, bro. When you win, you feel what I'm saying? When you win that heavyweight championship bout or that heavyweight championship fight, you get the women after you get the belt. You don't get it before, bro. And you could tell Mike Tyson, like I said, man, before in my last video, Mike Tyson, he had no way out, bro. He was sub 5. You know, he had to make the boxing thing work. You know, his back was against the wall. You feel me? And that's how you gotta look at it. Whatever you're doing, you gotta make it work. And there's no plan B. There's no quitting. You know what I'm saying? Nah, stick with it, man. I went to a ASCAP expo a while back, years ago, man, when I was doing music, and the motherfuckers was saying, the motherfuckers that was on the panel, they were saying we didn't have no plan B. We kept going. We wanted to do this, and they became successful at it. They had some success in the music industry. You feel what I'm saying? You know, so no, there's no plan B. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna keep on chasing the bag until we get it. You know what I'm saying? So now you get the women after you put it in the work, after you put the years of work in. I think he trained for like 5 years or something like that. Mike Tyson. I think he started at 13, 14 or something. You know, and then around 17, 18, he started making a name for himself. You know what I'm saying? You know, he knocking people out early in the first round and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So he had some talent. He had the power. You feel me? You know, to end the fight early. You know, until motherfuckers started not becoming scared of him and started backing him up. That's when he started having problems because he wasn't used to people backing him up and ducking and dodging his punches and countering them and shit. He wasn't used to all of that, man. And that's when Holyfield stepped into the door and beat him twice. You know what I'm saying? Because they found out the remedy throughout the years, man. Like push him forward, smother him, fight close. Because Mike Tyson, he get his power from a distance. And once you find out the weakness of your opponent, you go after it. You feel what I'm saying? What's up with it, Duran Johnson? Yeah, it takes years, man, to get you where you gotta go, man. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be really patient and stay on that grind year after year, man. That's why I'm still here. It's been 5 years for me. I'm still pushing forward. I'm gonna keep going, you know. You know, before you know it, I'll be in Vegas with boobs, with her titties in my face. You feel me? You know. Same with Khalifa. He went from city and literally seeing him come up for years. Now look where he's at. Yep. Where's Khalifa? Yep. It takes years and patience because a lot of guys, they don't got that in them, man. And I see it because I see a lot of these incels online complaining about their dating life. Short, bald guy, he didn't succeed. And I see them let years go by without being on that grind. And then years later, they're still in one spot because, you know, they're not putting in the work. They don't have the patience to go after something that's worthwhile. You feel what I'm saying? They don't have the patience. You know? You gotta have the patience. You gotta have it. You'll never get there, bro. Trust me, you won't. And then you gotta think about it. Okay, this is a long term. This is a long term goal, man. You know, feel what I'm saying? So get relaxed. Keep playing your numbers every single day. Be cool. Be patient. Be calm and collective, and you'll get what you want. You feel what I'm saying? The one thing you don't do, don't ever stop. That's the one thing you don't ever do, bro. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. Ever in your lifetime. That's one thing you don't do because it makes things worse. Look at Heat and Succeed. He went 8 years crying on YouTube, okay? Well, he could have been out of that situation, but you think he's in a better position now? You know, basically when he let like 8 years go by without doing anything about his situation? Nah, he's in a worse situation now because he's not chasing the money. You feel what I'm saying? He's in a worse situation. He's bigger than before. He's talking crazy. He has lost his mind. You feel what I'm saying? So no, he's more worse off than he was 8 years ago when I first started following him. Okay? A lot of them videos are from 8 years ago. Now he's still in the same situation that he was in when he could have got out. Now, 8 more years gonna pass by. And I don't think he's gonna live for very long, bro. The way he's talking and stuff like that, bro, and out here having a death wish with the cops, man, you know, he might not make it to be very old. Let's put it that way. He didn't succeed, bro. You know. So that's one thing you don't ever do. Don't ever quit. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you don't see any signs of success or any signs of hope. You know what I'm saying? Don't you ever quit, because we'll never get there if you quit. All hope will be lost. We keep going until we get it. You understand that? It's like a soldier on a mission, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fucking Marine and shit. You know what I'm saying? The objective is to get the bag. Feel what I'm saying? We going on a mission. We packing up canned goods and skillets and rice and beans. And what we gonna do is we gonna hunt deer and we gonna eat it in the wilderness. And it's gonna be very uncomfortable. We're gonna be living in tents. We're gonna be hiking. We're gonna be traveling. We ain't gonna have a life. Fuck a life, nigga. We're gonna get this bag and then we have a life. You feel what I'm saying? And we're gonna live off the grid. We're gonna live off the land, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be hunting our food. We're gonna be hunting ducks, deer. I mean deer. What am I saying, deer? We're gonna be hunting deer. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be eating our food that way. We're gonna be getting fish from the river and cook fish on the skillet in the middle of nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna be out here doing the bare bones, bro. We're gonna be doing the bare bones way. We're gonna do the bare bones, bro. And it's gonna be very uncomfortable. But who gives a damn? We're gonna keep going until we get the bag. No giving up, no crying, don't be sniffing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sniffling while you crying and shit. Well, you could cry, but get back on the mission after you get through crying, all right? You know what I'm saying? Get right back on the mission. Because it's going to be a whole lot of loneliness. You're going to have to deal with it and all that other stuff, man. But we got to keep going with the mission, though. You feel me? Because we ain't no giving up. For men giving up and failing is not an option. They don't give you that option, bro. You could go ahead and take that option, but your life is gonna be miserable as hell if you take that option. I just give up. I just give up. Okay? You see Heaton Succeed? You see Short Ball Guy? It's gonna be your turn next if you give up, man. Another 8 years gonna pass by, still in that same situation. That'll be 16 years single for him. Oh, that's a long time. You feel me? Anyway, I'm going here and to the Starbucks and charge his phone and shit. Right now, you guys have a good day, man. I'll be back on later when I come out. You know how I do it, man. I'm out. Peace.